registered real estate realtor and the founder of platforms.com, helping turn reality dreams into a dream reality. And he's here. Welcome. And this is your brainchild. This is the second year in a row. So tell us what you'd like to share with our audience.
Hello everyone. Nice to meet you. Most of you might have heard me on the radio, but not seen me in person. But thanks for listening and coming to here. I promise you that everybody gets educated on the real estate today. This event was coined because I want everybody to get educated on the real estate, because real estate investment is the one thing where you need to know all the pieces which we put together, because that's the way it makes you to invest better and wisely. If you don't invest wisely, then you think you made something a wrong decision, which might impact you in the longer term. That is where I coined it called the real estate connect, and this is the same year actually. Right? And we never expected to start our novel. So thanks for having me here.
Passion project to get the entire ecosystem of real estate in one platform at one stop to equip you and educate you so that you go in real estate really with the sound knowledge. Step into it, whether you are a first-time home buyer, whether you're contemplating being one, whether you are a seasoned homeowner who's looking to maybe upgrade and downsize, or you're looking to invest, you're looking to refinance, whatever it is you're looking for, you've got all the stakeholders here this afternoon. They're all there behind you. So I can guarantee you that we're going to go back fully charged and equipped with all of the insights, all of the knowledge, all of the advice that you're going to get from us to come and handle you in every stage, and your connections you make on this period.
Yeah. I think we have the line of speakers today. Right? Yes. I think we can talk about each of the line of speakers, right? Like,
so when
introduce them first.
Yes. So we have the whole who's who of real estate, every aspect of it, whether you're looking to buy, sell, whether you're looking to invest, the law around real estate, immigration law, estate planning.
Immigration. I think these are for each the topic, right? I tell you what was the reason and that makes sense for them, right? Immigration, right? Like I came to US in 2014, okay, and I know how tough H1B journeys are, okay, and I got into EB1A category through my wife, and I was able to get a green card within less than 6 months, and I never know that EB1A existed also. Okay, it's only when I went to the H1B pain I realized, hey, there's one more alternative. People always keep saying only EB2. EB2 boards takes what? 20 years, 30 years, I don't know, now it's 50 years also. That's where I learned about EB1A, and I was able to get a green card in 6 months. And what was the learning side got from immigration, I wanted to pass on. And that's where I approached the efforts, and they're coming and talking about being EB1A today.
I just want to check. I turn my YouTube live. I want to see whether that's working or because my phone is there. Can you go to the YouTube? Yeah. Can I? Yeah. I'll do that.
That's where the AUs came into it. Very critical. Each subjects are well taught so that it is all interconnected. Yes. Yeah. Very true. Yeah.
And if you haven't listened to us on the radio, this is a weekly
Okay. Is it coming volume?
Yeah, looks like. The show is called Real Estate Roundup. It's every Sunday, actually this time. We talk about all things, and it's also on Nagra Kanaiya's YouTube channel. It's also saved there. The videos, if you ever want to go back and listen and get those nuggets of information, you can always go there. So make sure you like Nagra Kanaiya's YouTube channel. It's very relevant
other speakers, right? Let me talk about one incident. I did discuss this one last week or 2 weeks back, and you were not there in the show. The squatters incident which happened, but I was not able to show the squatters videos which happened in that day. But I can show you what the squatters actually did. Okay, let me start. I think you can. So this is you can look at it like this is one of my clients chasing a squatter, which you should not really do this. It is happening in a San Jose. What is squatters actually? See, like 2 weeks back, my client had a final walkthrough, and I went to the house and opened the door, and we were going through each bedrooms and everything to inspect the house is what it is actually, right? But from nowhere, one woman opened the closet and started running away. So squatter is like basically unknown person coming and staying in the house. So what they how do they enter this? Like they basically try to know that the house is kept for sale. Once they find that the house is registered for a sale, they try to find out the keys which can be vulnerable. So they get into the vulnerable keys and stay in the house. They don't take away anything from the house, personal belongings, but they try to stay in the house for 2 to 3 days. Okay, that is what we observed this one woman who was staying in that house for 2 days. There's one more. Can you all hear me like on the back? No? Okay. Let's wait for that. It's not at all audible. I know. I'm just waiting for you to come and check it on that. So good, you're testing it out before the speaker starts, right? You can look at this. This splatter. There was a rope tied into this door, say to not so that nobody can enter it. But the squatter burned the rope and she was able to enter inside the house. And she was staying in the house for 2 days. Okay. So when if somebody is trying to sell their house, make sure the locks are not vulnerable. All the locks of the houses are locked properly. Okay, and you have some security cameras inside the house. It's happening everywhere in the San Jose or anywhere in the Bay Area, so be careful on that. Is it okay now? Yeah, we have filed a police complaint, but you know that, right? Like, it's not easy to find out who is that. But the lessons to be learned is never leave the locks open. And make sure all your entry and exit doors are watched out properly. Okay? Because we don't know who is watching us. Because I keep going to the houses pretty much what 5 to 6 houses. This house was in a week actually, and this somebody coming out was first experience for me. You can, that is why better to be careful.
Happens here. So 4-1 is 4 now. So let's begin, and while we get our lineup ready, ancient tradition of Vastu. And so Dr. Ketan Prasad is, of course, known for that. He's a researcher and consultant in astrology and Vastu, and he has more than 20 years experience. Welcome, Dr.
Hi,
Prasad.
namaste.
And he also holds a PhD in astrology and provides very effective remedies for the Vastu dosh. And so he's here to give his insights. And so let's welcome him.
Thank you, Nagaraj. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to this event. Let's get started. Yeah. Just click or okay. Okay. She already introduced me. I just run through. I'm an IT professional, like many of us, and astrology and Vastu is my passion. I learned, I practiced. I didn't want to waste the skill. That's the reason I'm using my free time to provide services. Okay, and I do palmistry, astrology, Vastu, numerology, handwriting analysis, and all. And I also hold a PhD degree in astrology. Some of the critical predictions in astrology, what I made in the recently Chandrayaan landing 3, Super Bowls, 3 out of 4 correct predictions, FIFA World Cup. When will that vaccine come? The COVID, right? We are all like affected with COVID. People were worried. I predicted when we will get the vaccine. And on the same front, on this, what is that, Omicron virus, that is also, I accurately predicted the exact date when we will get that Omicron virus. And during that time, stock market was, I mean, you can see the Dow crashed completely. People were worried about. I accurately predicted when the stock market will recover. It was like May 15th, I believe. I said it will recover May 15, 2020. Then nobody believed when I made this prediction in March 2020 because that is the peak of COVID. But you all can check the graphs. So today's agenda, we are going to talk about what is Vastu and impact of Vastu and what are the remedies that we can do. So what is Vastu? So Vastu is basically means in Sanskrit house. Shastra is science, is a study of a house, right? So what we are doing is we are trying to balance the both positive and negative energies, right? Some houses you will have more positive and some houses will have more negative. We need to balance it out. Don't think, oh, positive, too positive is good. No, that also will become negative. A lot of people think, oh, too good is, there is a saying, right? If you eat too much of sweet, it's not good. For a period of time, then you will get diabetes. So traditionally, normally people we use like traditional method is 8 direction, that is north, northeast, okay, north, northeast, east, all these 8 directions. But what I do is, so that 8 directions are further divided into 16 zones. So here you can see uh, north, north, northeast, northeast, east, northeast, like that. So that 8 is divided into 2. That becomes 16 zones. Then further 16 zones is further divided into 2. That becomes 32 zones. That is where, like, I do see where is your entrance is falling. You might think your entrance is falling in northeast direction, but within northeast where it is coming, exact point. So 32, the total circle, right? You put it, it is 360 degrees. You divide 360 divided by 32, approximately you will get like 11, 12 degrees. For every 11, 12 degrees, that zone changes. So the impacts are different. The entrance door, your toilet, your kitchen burner. These are all the main three culprits. If we address these three, your most of the house vastu will be good. Say, for example, this house, right? Uh, so this is portion, this is entrance. So the entrance is coming here, S6. So yeah, this is better. So that is what I was talking about. So a lot of people think Northeast is the best, right? I don't disagree with them, but there are better things also. I'm just highlighting very high level, 30,000 feet level information. Okay. So here in Northeast, if your entrance door comes here, E1, that means you are prone for fire accidents. There could be fire accidents. Okay. If it goes here, this is also Northeast only in a traditional way. See, this is Northeast, but here, girl child and wasteful expenses. You will be spending on unnecessary expenses. Right? When let me come to Southeast. When I come to Southeast, if the entrance falls here exactly, then this is good for growth in job. If people are working employees, right, they will grow in their profession. This is good, right? Then everybody hates south entrance. In the south, if your entrance door is S4, you will have productive output and a male child. See the word productive output. Whatever profession we do, whether we do job or business or consultation, whatever it is, right? We want our output to be productive. Unless our output is productive, there is no use of whatever we are doing, right? Then if the entrance falls here in southwest, this specific one, this is the only entrance problematic out of 32 zones. That is the worst entrance. Whatever remedy we do, it won't work. This is where we have to change the door. My remedies would be, I'll come to the remedies, okay? Out of all that, which is best? The best is W4. Why? Here, you will get happiness. At the end of the day, a lot of people think you want more money, right? People go for north. I want more money, but there is no guarantee that you will get happiness. W4 is the one will give you happiness. Okay. So what are the problems like, say what is good vastu? It gives the positive thoughts, happy life, cash flow, bad ones, negative thoughts. Those are the culprits. Your mind will be blocked. Your thinking capability will be gone. Gone in the sense you will make incorrect decisions, right? Those are the key things. Lot of times, right? I mean, people have come here for all investment ideas, real estate, right? Lot of people buy properties. They think is a good investment. It will turn out to be a bad investment, in spite of being in a good posh areas like that, right? The causes is like this bad vastu. So let's take an example. Now again, I saw a lot of these ADUs people want to talk about. This is pretty recent vastu I did. Okay, the house is um half acre lot in Las Altos. Market value like 8 million. This is the main house. Okay, see the northeast back, lot of space. They constructed an ADU here. A lot of problems started coming in. That's why they called me. They've already paid wonderful ADU, 800 square feet, excellent. Okay. I told them, I mean, ideally they have to demolish it, but it's a brand new, it's not even 6 months. So I gave another remedies how to overcome that. Whenever you are doing ADUs, you have to consider where that is coming. That will turn out to be a disastrous investment for you. Right? This is a different lot.
So going back to your previous slide, right?
Mhm.
Does it come is the location of that or the height of the ADU or how does it
The
matter?
location. First is the location, where it is coming. So here it is coming in northeast. Northeast should be empty.
To be empty. Okay.
That is a thumb rule.
Okay.
Northeast should be empty. Preferably, you can put some water bodies.
Hmm.
If not water bodies, leave it empty.
Yeah.
And in some houses, I've seen big, big trees. I think in this house only, there was a big tree. I asked them, is it possible to cut off? They said, no, it's a prohibited tree. They cannot cut off. And luckily, there was another property coming up. It didn't come for the sale. So it was still, behind the market, whatever is happening. So they thought, okay, can we buy that house and then see? So, okay, fine. Let me do that also. When I visited that neighbors, that property, still it was not helping them because there was another tree on that plot as well. So that northeast moved a little bit. One tree got eliminated, but you were getting another tree. What is the point in spending another millions and then being in the same problem? I told them, boss, don't buy. They paid for me to give the honest feedback, right? Opinion. What should they do? I told them, don't buy.
Okay.
This is again another example. Yeah. Oh, sorry. It doesn't matter. We have to look at it. If it is, see, in this the previous slide, right? It is a separate unit. See, after the main house, there is a big swimming pool, there is a creek, and then you walk. This ADU comes. Okay, so whether it is separate unit means you have to look at the entire lot where it is coming. If it is like, say, for example, let's say you are doing it here, okay? If you're just constructing here, so that still you are extending this house. So I told you, right? This this map entirely changes. Your entrance from here, it could go to somewhere else. So we have to again recast, replot the whole vastu for the home. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm adding a unit. I'm not going to live there. I'm going to rent it out. But as long as in your property, where you are living, it affects. If you are not living like you are going to say buy on one property in India or Manteca or Lathrop or whatever it is fine. Okay. So this one, they bought a northeast house. Okay, again, this happened like a few years ago. Same Las Altos area. They constructed a swimming pool on the backyard. Then the problem started. Yeah. See, from inside, right? When you open the door, which direction do you see? That is what counts. You stand on the entrance door. No, no. You are standing in the entrance door. You're opening the entrance door from the house. What direction do you see? That is what the direction is of the house. Okay, but that will give only an approximate direction. So in order to find the full where that exact zoning and all, I have to do that this 360-degree mapping. See, for a horoscope, right? You give the birth details and then we plot all the planets and see how your horoscope is cast. This is same thing for the house. Okay. So again, they constructed a swimming pool on the backyard, which is coming in south southwest direction. That is the fire element zone. Water should not be there, right? So when you buy a northeast direction plot, which is good, as long as you don't put up a swimming pool in the backyard. Yeah, I have to plot like this and then see where this each door comes. Okay. So what are the remedies? So my remedies will be 90% non-structural remedies. That means not making physical structural changes. I know in US in Bay Area how hard it is to do all these structural changes, right? So I do that. Mainly, I focus on reducing this negative energy getting into the house. Which are all the places generating these negative energies? Identify that and then treat them. And once you do that, you will see like within 2 weeks, you will start seeing differences in your. Then worst case scenario only structural changes, right? There has to be, for example, so a lot of people overlook another one concept called Brahmastan. That is the center of the house. Okay, so there it should be empty. But unfortunately, in US, you will find toilet, you will find staircase, you will find washing machine and all. Washing machine is fine. Staircase and toilet is the culprit. Okay, so those are the things like structural changes needed. I mean, this is like a live demo. It's a YouTube link. It's there. Uh, so that way, where I show like after I put that remedy, fix that before and after. I don't know if we have time, but it's like 3 minute video. But you can share this to the mailing list. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Uh, so then, other than that, I also teach astrology. Whoever has passion to learn about astrology, please you can learn, and then you can analyze your own and horoscope. You don't have to go to another astrologer. So I teach everything, right from fundamentals to the advanced level. This is my contact information. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Kevin Garu, thank you so much. I think, see, I didn't realize the vastus until I get into a real estate. Okay, I never bothered about which facing of the house is my house. Okay, but every time I meet my clients, right, like their requirements are, I need a north facing, I need a south facing. Some of them, as you said, the bathrooms facings, or even the commodes facings also.
Correct.
That has become a necessity as of now, right? Like, but in the US, we already know it is not possible,
Right.
right? To get 100% fit matching all your vastu requirements is never possible in US. It's never possible. A lot of first-time home buyers, that is where they get confused, right? Because we are always being in a first time coming from India, right? We are always like getting influence more from the India there, right? But
Right.
they can't know how we are building the house here, right?
Yeah, even in India, Nagaraj, right? You can never get 100% Vastu compliant house.
But India, you are building
So
the house.
no, I will let me tell you. Give a small example. Say a toilet has to be in this SSW zone. Okay. So now we want two bathrooms or three bathrooms. How can all the three bathrooms be in that same place? Then it becomes like an apartment or a three floors, right? If you're looking at a ranch house, right, all bathrooms cannot be in the same place. It will be scattered. So only one bathroom will meet. Even if you plan, other two toilets are going to be in a some problematic area that we have to see less problematic, and then we can treat it. That's all, right? The same thing like that madam was asking. She has four doors. I mean, that's how the house is, right? So we have to see where those four doors are coming, and then try to mitigate it.
I think it's
Maximum we can get is 80%. Okay,
instead of getting panicked, right? Like I think you
correct.
need to find out a solution. Talk to the experts. That's where the realtors play a role here, so that they can give you a guidance for you based on their earlier experiences, so that you can make a right decision on that. Earlier, I discussed with you. Maybe last year also I told you, being me an expert on that, how I made a mistake myself when I'm doing a second house.
Mm.
First house, I didn't make a mistake out of it, right? I'd already finalized one house, I'd already paid for 1.95, put an offer, they accepted everything. But one of the priests came, I never bring in a priest before putting in an EMD, but he was a known priest of my family, and he just walked in and said, Nagaraj, this house is not perfect fit for you. This vastu is not correct. But it's an old house, 100-year-old house. Okay. But because of his influence, I backed out. I looked at a Santa Clara everywhere, and I'm not able to find anything for a 3,500 square footage home. When I go back to him, he says I can't sell it for 1.95 million. So I paid for 2.1, like 2.12. That's almost like 170K more than the whatever earlier I offered. I remodeled completely. House was like completely okay for me. So that's why whenever you buy a house, you need to have a vision. Everything will not fall into your requirements.
Yeah, correct.
And no need to panic. Nothing will happen overnight for you.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Same. I'll just give my one example, right? The house which I bought less than the list price in Bay Area market. Okay. And when you look at it, it looks like a southwest entrance. Maybe a lot of Indian people are not even going there. Okay, but when I do that whole, right, so basically there is a saying, right, devil in the detail. The devil can be a good devil or a bad devil. So you need to see, again, you have to match it up, right? Even if it is like a 60% or above, I think you can go. See, that is the other thing. When you come for a consultation, then I give a Vastu score report. Out of 100%, how much percent this house is getting? Right? Then I recommend, because I put myself in your shoes, because I've come the same way, right? So I say I will recommend. Okay, boss, you can go ahead and buy. Otherwise, don't buy. So last week, another one person, he is want to desperately buy a house, right? He was about to give an offer. Then he contacted me. Then I said, that house had a Pramastan problem. I told him, boss, don't buy. Because it's a town home, we can't change. If it is single family home, we can make changes.
I think we should be careful. As a neutral.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a town home, right? It's if it's a single family home, yes, I could have said, okay, yeah, you go ahead, and then we can make the changes and all. Town home, we cannot touch anything. He was very upset, but I mean, this is what my job is. I have to tell him. Okay.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Appreciate your a round of applause, please. Appreciate your insights on Vastu and
Thank
very
you.
eye-opening, and that you have remedies without demolition, because that's what we need, right?
Yeah.
Can't go about demolishing things, so that is good to know. But thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So, folks, hope you're enjoying the session. I want to tell you all one thing, that if you are enjoying the session and you haven't chance, Nagraj, that for Nagraj, it will really work wonders. important. So if we could appreciate if you could do that as through the course of this afternoon. And of course, lunch is